Top 5 biggest crybabies of the Zodiac. Some signs cry because they feel overwhelmed. Others cry from frustration, nostalgia, disappointment, or the feeling that nobody truly understands them. Calling someone a crybaby does not mean they are weak. It simply means emotions reach the surface quickly, especially when love, pride, or security feels shaken. For emotional reactions, check your moon sign because it shows what makes you feel vulnerable, comforted, or deeply affected. Also, check your Venus sign because it reveals how love, rejection, affection, and relationship tension influence your heart. Number 5. Taurus. Emotion usually breaks through only after this energy has carried too much for too long. They prefer stability, familiar routines, and the feeling that life is under control, so sudden change can be more upsetting than they admit. At first, they may become quiet, stubborn, or insist that nothing is wrong. But once the pressure becomes impossible to contain, the release can be intense. Tears often come from broken trust, lost comfort, or being forced to let go before they feel ready. They also struggle when a familiar source of peace suddenly disappears. What looks like an overreaction is often the result of days of restraint and feelings nobody noticed. Number 4. Libra. Trying to keep everyone comfortable can create more emotional pressure than people realize. They often stay polite, reasonable, and considerate, even while disappointment is building underneath. Tears may appear when conflict becomes unavoidable or when they feel blamed after doing everything possible to preserve harmony. Romantic tension affects them strongly because connection and balance matter deeply. They may also cry from guilt, loneliness, or the fear that someone no longer values the bond. Being misunderstood after making so many compromises can be especially painful. The reaction can seem sudden, but it usually arrives after too many feelings were softened, postponed, or left unspoken. Number 3. Leo. Feeling unseen can bring powerful emotion to the surface. They may look confident, proud, and emotionally strong, yet rejection or lack of appreciation can affect them more deeply than expected. Tears often come when loyalty is questioned, affection is withheld, or their efforts seem invisible. Their emotions are rarely subtle because they experience love with warmth and expression. When hurt, the feeling may fill the room, but that does not make it false. Their heart is closely tied to dignity and the need to feel valued. Once the pain passes, they usually recover quickly, but the moment itself demands honesty. Number 2. Pisces. Emotion moves through this sign with very few barriers. A song, memory, film, kind gesture, painful story, or another person's sadness can bring tears almost instantly. They absorb atmosphere easily, so the feeling may not come from one clear source. It can belong partly to them and partly to everything happening around them. Imagination gives each moment additional meaning, which can deepen even a small disappointment. Crying is often a release rather than a crisis. The difficulty begins when they remain inside the mood too long and allow sadness to blur what is actually happening around them. Number 1. Cancer. The heart responds before the mind has time to organize the feeling. Family, memories, rejection, changes in affection, and the fear of losing emotional security can all trigger tears quickly. They may cry when hurt, but also when proud, relieved, nostalgic, or deeply moved. Their emotional memory gives every present reaction a history, so one small moment can awaken several older ones at once. The response may appear larger than the situation, but the situation is rarely the only thing being felt. They often hold emotions for others, as well as for themselves. Tears become a language here, expressing what words cannot arrange quickly enough and releasing what has been carried in silence. Which sign cries the easiest? And what usually brings your emotions to the surface? Share your answer in the comments. Send this ranking to someone who feels everything deeply, and subscribe for more Zodiac countdowns.